on by already. So like I said, we still have summer fun for you guys to enjoy. Our last show
Hello, Williamson County. I'm Kerri Hudson, and welcome to It's About You, an informational program about the classes, activities, and special events of the Williamson County Parks and Recreation Department. Well, the temperatures are rising, the kids are counting down the days left in their school year, and summer is on its way to Williamson County. For the past few weeks, we've talked about our endless array of summer programs, but as the warm, carefree days of summer approach, we want to let you know about even more activities we have planned to keep your family fit, active, and entertained over the next few months. From our general summer day camp to our own version of a child's triathlon, we're sure to offer something to keep your kids' days full of fun. Joining us for the first half of our show today is Trisha Bilbrey. She is the Assistant Programming Administrator for Williamson County Parks and Recreation, and she is here to talk about our general summer day camp. Trisha, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me, Kerri.
It's always a pleasure to have you in to talk about summer camp. Summer camp is one of the longest running programs that Williamson County Parks and Recreation has operated, and really one of the most unique and funnest programs that we offer on an ongoing basis. And for people who might not know much about the summer camp, let's talk a little bit about its history.
Okay.
It is a storied program in Williamson County. This program's been around for 25 years, correct?
Absolutely. It's been around a long time. It actually started out at the Franklin Recreation Complex. We used to host the camp out of there in the very beginning, and then since then it has moved to the county elementary schools, and it's been there ever since. So it's been around a long time. So.
Well, and it's one of those things now where it's becoming a multi-generational program.
Yes, absolutely.
You've got kids who used to be campers who are coming back as counselors. You've even got, some kids who used to be campers who maybe came to like one of those first two camps we offered who actually have kids starting the camp program now.
They do, exactly, yeah. We have some of our first counselors who ran the program out of the Franklin Rec Complex who their kids have grown up and now their kids are actually coming to camp. So it's been in existence for a long time, so we're very proud of this program.
Absolutely. Well, and just the fact that it's been in existence long enough that it's touched so many lives.
Yes.
Yes. Like, when a program gets to this level of accomplishment, you really get the sense of how it impacts so many different people and what an importance it is on so many people's lives when you have, like you said, older teens and college age kids who are coming wanting to be counselors who participated in the camp program and remember what it was like going every day to camp and looking up to their counselor, and they had their favorite counselor, and now they want to kind of be that mentor to another child.
That's right.
And you've got counselors and even parents who remember what it was like being in that program and are so excited to have their own kids kind of start on their summer camp adventure. And they know what a great program they're getting because they lived it themselves. They know that their child's days, first and foremost, are going to be safe, but they're going to be a lot of fun too.
They are.
And this summer camp has been around long enough that it basically kind of starts to speak for itself.
It does.
People expect this every year. I know we usually start getting questions on our website like in January and February.
Yes, we do.
About when are the summer camp dates? When's summer camp coming?
Yep,
because people obviously love this program.
Yes, they do.
All right, well, let's talk a little bit about the structure of the camp itself.
Okay.
This is a camp for people who live and work in Williamson County.
Yes, that's correct.
And it is a child's day camp for children ages 5 to 12.
Yes.
But I know that you do have certain restrictions on their ages.
We do. Yes, they can be ages 5 to 12, but they must turn 6 by September 30th of this year. And they can't be 13th before the first day of camp, which is June the 3rd. So yes, in order to attend this program, they do have to meet the age requirements.
So basically, it's a school-age children program.
Absolutely,
yes. So if they're turning 6 by September 30th of this calendar year, they're basically finishing kindergarten now.
Right.
So you're looking for a child who's just finishing kindergarten, getting ready to go into first grade.
Yes.
They're going to be the youngest age group with this camp. And then on the upper end, it's 12-year-olds who might turn 13 during the summer, just as long as they're not 13 before the first day of camp.
Exactly.
So basically those kids that are like finishing up 6th or 7th grade,
Yes.
depending on when their birthday is.
Correct.
Something like that.
Uh-huh.
And let's see what we talked about. It's a day camp. It meets
is.
Monday through Friday. You do a 7-week program throughout the summer. Tell us your dates for camp this year.
Okay.
And your daily times when the camp meets
Okay.
from.
The camp will start Monday, June the 3rd, and continue through Friday, July the 19th. There's no camp on Thursday, July 4th.
That's the only holiday during the summer, so that's
Yes.
the only time that camp doesn't meet.
Yes, that is correct. And then every day, Monday through Friday, the camp will operate from 7:30 to 5:30 p.m. So it's
a pretty inclusive day.
yes, it is. Yeah.
Let's talk about some of the things that go on at this. Oh, first of all, let's talk about where the camps are going to be this year.
Okay.
Like you mentioned, the camp has grown to such an enormous size that several years ago, in fact, you know, we took the program to several different Williamson County elementary schools spread out across the county. And the first thing we need to do is obviously, again, like with a lot of our programs, we need to thank the Williamson County schools
Yes,
for
absolutely.
allowing us to use their buildings to facilitate this camp, because without their help, we wouldn't be able to run the camp in the
Yes.
fashion that it's done now.
And they are so wonderful to work with.
Which is-
yes, they're great.
Great working relationship, great to be able to have their assistance. You've got 6 separate campsites that you're going to be operating this year, and they are spread out geographically around Williamson County to assist as many of our county residents as possible. So tell us where your 6 campsites are this year.
We have a site at our Fairview Elementary School. We have one at Bethesda Elementary School, one at Hunters Bend Elementary, Grassland Elementary, Lipscomb Elementary, and Nolansville.
So it's kind of the north, south, east, west.
It is.
Try to spread those out,
Yes.
you know, kind of all over the map. You've got Lipscomb, which is close to I-65.
Yes.
You've got 2 separate locations in Franklin, and then you've also reached, you know, the Nolansville kind of
We have.
East Brentwood area. You've got the south area with Bethesda. You've got the
and-
west with Fairview Elementary. So they're spread out everywhere. And you know, one thing that people might not think about is that all of these campsites are open to the general public.
Right.
It's not that you have to go to the camp that you're maybe zoned for.
Right,
There
that is
are a
correct.
lot more, you know, Williamson County elementary schools
Yes.
than these 6. So, you know, you can basically pick and choose whichever campsite is really the most flexible with your day-to-day routine over the summer. You know, if you're driving into Nashville every day and Lipscomb's the best location for you because it's right off 65, then that's fine. That's the one that you can register for.
Right.
Or, you know, if you want a place that's closer to home, pick one there. If you want a place that's closer to where you work, you know, all of these are interchangeable to which one fits your lifestyle, your, you know, your daily routine. But you do have to register for one specific
That is
campsite,
right.
and that's the one campsite that you go to all summer.
That is correct. Yes.
All right, let's talk about the actual day-to-day
Okay.
activities at the camp. You guys do a ton of pre-planning. I know you've been working on summer camp since probably the end of last fall. You know, working on the theme for this year, the supplies that you all have to pull together, staffing, everything that goes into us. So tell us a little bit about what you kind of have planned for this summer, what your
Okay.
theme is, some of the activities, field trips, things like that that you're going to be doing this summer.
Okay, well, our summer camp theme this year is kind of a generalized theme. You know, we've come up with several themes over the years, so we decided to just do a take on playtime, and that is pretty much the theme for the summer. And then each week we have put together a weekly theme for our counselors to kind of create different kinds of activities and theme days and things like that for the kids. We do have on-site guest entertainment that we send to the sites that kind of correlate with that weekly theme that we've kind of provided for the 7 weeks of summer. So we come up with a lot of activities for the kids to do. They could do anything from arts and crafts to board games to outdoor games to theme days. We go on several field trips throughout the summer. We go on 3 swimming trips. We go to Nashville Shores, Franklin Theater this year, and Pinkerton Park. We're going to go to Smalley Hollow. That's a new field trip. We've never done that before.
Should be a lot of fun for
Yeah.
people, and if there are any kids who are ever Hannah Montana fans, they will recognize
Yes,
Smiley
they will.
Hollow.
That is right. They should recognize that. You are right. So we're excited about, everything that we have planned. We really sit around, we think about, what, the kids like, what they want to do, and plan, accordingly. And we also, leave a lot of the weekly schedule planning up to the sites themselves to come up with other things, that their kids like to do to kind of fill in the spaces, the gaps in between,
Yeah.
that stuff.
And that's one of the things that I really love about our camp.
Yes.
Anyone who takes on a project like this, I mean, you're in essence running 6 individual 7-week summer day camps.
Yes, we are.
And so there has to be a certain amount of pre-planning that's done for that, with some of your themes, your special guests that you schedule to come to the campsites, the field trips that you all schedule, and how you transport the kids there and back. And there's a lot of pre-planning that has to go into a certain portion of this program. But then you also turn a lot of that planning responsibility back onto the individual campsite head leaders and counselors, because they're the ones who spend the day-to-day time with the kids.
That is right.
And they know what their kids at their campsites like to do.
Right.
And I think it's a really nice balance between those pre-planned structure activities and that kind of day-to-day, what are our kids liking, what are our kids enjoying, what do they want to spend their day doing, and that's kind of where the individual campsites get to put their spin on stuff and choose some of those kind of day-to-day activities that the kids really enjoy doing.
Yes, it just it really works out well for everyone, because they can be creative too, and it's like you said, they know what's going to work the best for the kids at their site. So they like to plan that kind of stuff. So we let them
And
do
they
that.
communicate very well with the parents.
They do.
I know every week during the summer you guys put together a weekly schedule.
We do.
The parents usually get that the Friday prior to,
Yes.
so that over the weekend they can kind of be looking over the kids' weekly schedule for the upcoming week. What are the kids going to be doing at camp? Are there any special theme days that we need to plan certain outfits for, or do they need to bring certain types of toys or activities or things from home on certain days? You guys do a really good job of kind of keeping the parents in the loop about what's coming up, what's going on, when the kids are going on field trips, who's coming to the campsite, everything that's going to be going on with that kind of stuff.
Yes.
You post them online.
We do.
You put paper copies at the individual campsites. There's a lot of two-way communication.
Yes, there
about
is.
with the parents about what their kids are going to be doing
Yes, there
over the
is.
summer. And then, I have to say, while we're talking about summer camp, I would be remiss if we didn't talk about the extreme flexibility of this camp program. I mean, I have a very young child. She is not going to be eligible for summer camp for several years. But as a young parent, one of the things that I really do appreciate about our summer program is its flexibility.
Yes, it is.
Parents do have to register in advance for the program. I mean, we're going to talk about your registration dates here in a minute, but once a child is registered for a particular campsite, they have a spot at that campsite any day in your 7-week program from June 3rd through July 19th, except for Thursday, July 4th, when we are closed. And you show up, you go to camp, great.
Yes.
You got something else going on that week? That's fine.
Yes, that is
I mean, you
correct.
can tell the campsite if you want to, but it's kind of come and go as you please over the summer. One of the things we'll talk about when we get into your registration details is you do pay for a certain amount of days up front, but those are yours to use at your discretion. You can show up the first day of camp, you might not show up till the second week camp. Just depends on how the summer camp program works into your schedule.
Yes, that is correct. It is a very convenient and flexible program. Parents can, if they want to use their first 3 days, the first week of camp, that's fine, or they can use them, whenever they wish. So it's very flexible, and parents love that.
We love it. Love that program. We're going to have to take a quick break, though. But when we come back, we'll go over the registration dates for camp real quick and the costs that are going to be associated with those. And we're also going to talk about some additional summer activities that are planned for the summer. Y'all stay tuned. When we come back, we'll have more with summer fun in Williamson County Parks and Recreation.
R-E-C-Y-C-L-E. It begins with you and me.
Hey, we're not supposed to be in here.
Yes, we should be in the recycling bin. Let's go.
There it is.
Hey, if we're not recycled, everybody loses.
That's right. Landfills are very expensive, and recycling saves resources and protects the environment.
So what are we waiting for?
All we're asking is for you to recycle. Hey, baby, reduce and reuse.
Welcome back to It's About You. We're talking more about summer activities with the Williamson County Parks and Recreation Department. We're joined for the second half of our show by Darlene Monk, who is a recreation specialist. She works at the Longview Recreation Center at Spring Hill. In a few minutes, she's going to be talking to us about some of our other summer programs that we have planned. But first, we need to wrap up about summer day camp. You know, Trisha, you and I just got talking about summer camp, and the next thing you know, we were running out of time.
Yes.
It is such a large program, and so much goes into it. There's just a lot to talk about when we talk about this program. But probably the most important things that we need to talk about, aside from the dates of the camp, which we already gave in the first half of the show, it's June 3rd through July 19th this year. But probably the second most important thing is registering for the summer day camp, because you have to be registered to attend.
Yes, you do.
And you do have a specific week of registration that is coming up. And so let's go over your registration details about this program. Need to start off on the front end by saying all registration is first come, first served, and individuals do have to register in person.
Yes, they do.
You have specific registration dates for specific campsites, and we'll start off talking about those. Registration for 4 of your 6 campsites will take place at the Franklin Recreation Complex, starting on Monday, April the 29th. Tell us about registration that day and what sites it will be for.
Okay, on Monday, April the 29th, registration is going to take place from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. for our Grassland and Hunters Bend sites.
And again, that is going to be at the Franklin Recreation Complex. Every year we do seem to have some general confusion that people think they can register at the schools. You do not register at the schools for these summer day camps. You will be registering at a Williamson County Parks and Recreation facility.
Yes, that's correct.
And so the registration for Hunters Bend and Grassland will take place at the Franklin Rec Center Monday, April the 29th, starting at 7 a.m. Registration will go until 6 p.m. or until the campsites fill up.
Yes.
And periodically, sometimes that happens on the first day of registration.
Yes, it does.
So parents who are looking for summer camp at Hunters Bend or Grassland Elementary, be sure to show up early that morning and to get your child registered for that program. Then on Wednesday, May 1st, you'll be doing registration at the Franklin Rec Center again for your Lipscomb and Nolensville campsites.
Yes, registration on Wednesday will be for Lipscomb and Nolensville, the same time from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. And I do recommend you getting there early that day to register. Lipscomb is one of our most popular sites, and it does tend to fill up before 10 a.m. in the morning. So please get there early.
Plan accordingly.
Yes,
you know,
absolutely.
If this is something that means a lot to you, if this is one of the main, staples of your summer, for your kids, day-to-day activities, then definitely plan to come early. I mean, the building opens at 5 a.m. and there are some years that we have a line waiting when we get ready to open registration at 7 a.m. So, take that into consideration when thinking about it. And then if you have any openings available in either of those 4 sites, Hunters Bend, Grassland, Lipscomb, or Nolensville, after Wednesday, May 1st, you'll do another round of registration for all 4 of those sites on Friday, May the 3rd.
Yes, that is correct. So if there are still spaces available at the 4 locations, Grassland, Hunters Bend, Lipscomb, and Nolensville, you can still register on Friday, May the 3rd from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m.
And again, that will be at the Franklin Rec Center. If you would like to check on availability before that date, you can do so by calling our special event hotline at 790-5719, extension 2038, or by visiting our website at wcparksandrec.com. Then we also have registration for the Bethesda site.
Yes.
That's going to be at the Longview Recreation Center at Spring Hill. Tell us about the days for registering for Bethesda.
Bethesda registration will take place at Longview on Tuesday, April the 30th from 7 to 6 p.m. out there at Longview Recreation Center.
And then they have a second day as well on Thursday. May the 2nd, again from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. or until the program fills up.
Yes.
And then for our Fairview campsite at Fairview Elementary, you'll be doing registration at the Fairview Recreation Complex.
Yes, and it'll take place on Tuesday, April the 30th from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. and then on Thursday, May the 2nd from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. And then it also takes place on Saturday, May the 4th from 9 to 12.
12, correct. Yes. So all sorts of options for people. Again, though, remember the camp positions are first come, first serve. And we take as many kids as we can, but there is a limit to as many children that we can accept at our campsites. And so registering in advance is very, very important. Talking about what people need to bring with them at registration. If you like, you can go ahead and print off the registration forms. They are available for download and printing from our website. Go ahead, fill those out. That's just going to save you a little time that morning.
Please do that.
There's a general registration packet that people can print off that has all of the forms in it if you want to fill those out in advance. If you are registering multiple children, you do have to do a complete registration packet for each child. And then on the day of registration, let's talk about the fees that are going to be due at that time. There's an individual registration fee per child.
Yes. Yes, there is. It's a $25 non-refundable registration fee per child, and you are required to pay for at least 3 days of camp per child at $17 a day. So you are required to do that at the time of registration.
Up front. And then typically too, it's not required, but we do a summer camp shirt. And if parents would like to purchase a shirt for their child for the summer camp program, they are welcome to do so at registration. It's not required. It's just something we offer if you want a keepsake for their summer, something like that.
Yes, we do. We do put together a shirt every year, and if you would like to purchase one of those at registration, you can do so. They're $8 a shirt.
Great. All right. Well, it definitely sounds like you have a lot coming. Oh, one more thing we need to talk about, financial assistance.
Oh, yes.
There is a financial assistance program offered for our general summer day camp. Applications are currently available from our website as well at wcparksandrec.com. Our application deadline is Wednesday, April the 24th. So if you have an interest in applying for financial assistance for the general summer day camp, your application does need to be submitted before that date. Again, you can access them from our website, or you can contact Janie Mason at 790-5719 extension 2030 if you do not have access or are able to print them from a computer. To get those forms available. So all in all, it looks like you guys are geared up for another great summer.
Yes.
We are looking forward to joining you one day this summer at one of your campsites, getting to have a little bit of a summer camp experience ourselves. So we'll look forward to that for the rest of the summer. But best of luck with registration and with the summer camp program. I'm sure you'll have another successful year.
Thank you so much.
Now, Darlene, summer camp's a big thing, but it's not the only thing that we do in the summer. You put your little special event hat on. You don't ever take your special event hat off. What am I saying? You wear that thing year round, and you look great in it.
Well, thank you.
But you do have some special events coming up in May. You guys are going to be doing, is this your 5th Mighty Tikes Triathlon at the Longview Recreation Center?
It is.
Wow.
We're real excited about the program coming up, the event coming up, and it's just a fun-filled activity for the kids to come out and participate in. We promote healthy living or eating for the kids and exercise. So that's what this event's all about.
And it's, in general, just a ton of fun.
It is.
Sometimes I think some of the parents have a little bit more fun with this event than the kids, because it's just a hoot to watch.
They do. They really get just as excited that their little one is out there competing in this event, and not only the parents but the grandparents, they're right in there with them, and they're not only cheering on their child or grandchild, they're cheering on everybody else's child. So it's really fun to watch.
It is a lot of fun. So this is basically just a pint-sized version of a triathlon, where you set up a course where kids can bike, run through a fun obstacle course, and dash through the sprinklers in this little excursion that they go on. Tons of fun for kids. There are certain things the kids need to bring to the event, though. They do need to bring their own bicycle, tricycle, and helmet for the event. And we do ask that there are no bikes larger than 16 inches. This is meant to be a child's event. Like you were saying, just a lot of fun for everybody involved. At the end, every kid gets a Mighty Tikes Triathlon t-shirt, and they get awarded a medal when they cross the finish line. And I love seeing the look on all the kids' faces when they come across that finish line and they get their medal. They are so proud. Let's see, these events are offered for children ages 3 to 7, so it is a youth event. And like you said, it's an all-encompassing, healthy lifestyle event promoting exercise as well as healthy eating. I know we're going to talk about some of your sponsors, and I know some of them set up booths and food tables and things like that where kids can get healthy snacks, information on how to live a healthy life, and that kind of thing. Your event is coming up in a couple of weeks, though. It's going to be on Saturday, May the 4th. Again, that's at the Longview Recreation Center. Registration for this event is going on now. And this event, like camp, registration is required because this event's very popular and it tends to fill up pretty quickly.
It does, and we just encourage everyone to sign up now to make sure you secure your spot.
All right, cost for this event is $10 per participant. Tell people how they can register.
They can register by calling the Longview Rec Center at 615-302-0971, extension 2210.
And again, this event will take place Saturday, May the 4th. Check-in is at 8 a.m. Races start at 8:30.
Yes.
So early morning for parents, but they do have a lot of fun with it. We want to thank the sponsors for your event as well. Like we talked about, a lot of them are involved in helping to produce the event as well as participating in event day activities. Your sponsors this year include the Children's Academy, McDonald's of Spring Hill, Elite Physical Therapy, Sport Clips, Nashville Striders, and Brittany Diamond Designs.
Yes, we're so thankful to our sponsors. They help make this event very special for the children. As you said, McDonald's of Spring Hill, of course, will be there supplying the kids with drinks and apple slices, things to hydrate them throughout make sure that they get well hydrated after the race, before the race. Elite Physical Therapy will also be there. Hopefully we will not need their services for any of the children that day, but they are on hand as one of our sponsors.
Lovely. And I love that a lot of your sponsors for this event are returning sponsors.
Yes.
They love participating in the event, and we're happy to have their support again. There's also going to be a Mighty Tikes Triathlon at the Franklin Recreation Complex 2 weeks later on Saturday, May the 18th. It also is for children ages 3 to 7. Cost to participate in it is also $10. It also starts with registration at 8 a.m. and race day activities at 8:30. Registration is also underway for this event as well, and you can register by contacting the Franklin Center at 790-5719, extension 2010. Special thanks to our sponsors for the Franklin Mighty Tikes Triathlon, the Children's Academy, Nashville Striders, Brittany Diamond Design, Little Sluggers, and Star Physical Therapy. All right, ladies, y'all got a lot going on in the next couple of weeks. I'm going to let y'all get to work, but thank you for taking a few minutes to come and talk to us about all of these programs. We look forward to every single one of them.
Thank you,
Thanks
Kerri.
for having us.
And again, information about our general summer day camp, our Mighty Tikes Triathlon, and all of our summer programs is available on our website at wcparksandrec.com by clicking on our summer activities guide, or you can pick up any Williamson County monthly newsletter at any of our parks and recreation facilities. Now, aside from our camps, remember registration's also still available for our summer sport camps as well as our summer art and science camps. You can get more information by visiting our website or any Williamson County Parks and Recreation facility. We also want to let you know about an upcoming Williamson County Community Band concert that will be at the Longview Recreation Center at Spring Hill on Sunday, May the 5th at 3 p.m. Bring your lawn chair, blanket, and a picnic basket and join us for this fun outdoor concert featuring an array of live music, including concert pieces, jazz, marches, and Broadway and movie-themed classics. Sure to be an event your whole family will enjoy. For more information on the performance or the Williamson County Community Band, you can contact our band liaison, Janie Mason, at 790-5719, extension 2030, or visit our website at wcparksandrec.com. Thanks for joining us for today's show. We'll see you next time. And until then, remember, Williamson County, it's all about you.
Gone by already, but like I said, I was doing one summer fun for you guys to enjoy. And for our last show,